Hey everyone, this is Carla R. Jenkins. Welcome to an all new episode of Projectized, the Project Management Show, where I'm continuing my upscale and rescale effort. So I would like to welcome all live and replay viewers into here. I'm also going to put the article in the chat so you can click on it. And now we're going to continue with reskill and the definition. So as of yesterday, for thinkwhy.com, we're doing reskilling. And its definition of reskilling means teaching people new skills to do a different job. So yesterday I said three ways, and the three ways are scope, schedule, and cost. So we're going to continue with that um, in this exercise of reskilling. So now, as you know, there's the pandemic. Reskilling is, say, for instance, you work doing well. Do Say, for instance, that you work as in a restaurant and you were taking orders in a restaurant and then it closed due to the pandemic. Well, you now want to work for DoorDash, Grubhub, Seamless, Postmates, TriCaviar, any of those online delivery places because that has more stability and people are still ordering from them even with the phase reopening. So that's what we're talking about reskilling. And I just giving you an example on how you're going from taking orders online through Open Table for your restaurant to now, even with your restaurant reopening, it's phase reopening, so you have to practice social distancing. So now you're taking your skills and your transferable skills and you're going to head over to, say, DoorDash that does online restaurant orders because that's a more stable environment. And there's certain people who still, even with the restaurants reopened, don't want to go in there yet. So I'm now going to apply the three reasons, as I mentioned: scope, cost, and time, and apply it for reskilling. So, how is using project management helping you with reskilling? As it pertains to scope, scope is what's included and excluded. So, what would be included are the kind of skills that you need to get. And what I recommend is, in the beginning, I talked about transferable skills. Whatever job you take, especially if you go outside of your industry, see whether or not you can transfer any of your current skill set into the new one. That would kill the landing curve, the learning curve, and that would help you better ramp up and understand what's expected of you on a job, especially if you have a lot of newer or moving parts. You won't question, your skill set because you have some transferable skills to go over there. So using my example of going from taking orders on Open Table to now working in DoorDash, something that you can do is about online ordering. About taking different ways to take orders. You've taken them from online, which is Open Table, towards phone. They call your phone. You are accustomed to the interface of online, and you also know the restaurant. So for scope, what I would always recommend is do an analysis to see whether or not you have the transferable skills to do the job in the new area, but also scope is what's included, what's inside versus what's excluded. The second way is time, and we call it schedule management. As it pertains to reskilling, how long will it take you to master or to be functional or have a working knowledge with a skill? I am a type A. I admit that in the beginning, I hate learning a new skill because I always want to be an expert, but everyone has to be a novice and a beginner. So, as it pertains to reskilling, how much time do you have? You can look at how much time you think you have academically regarding your money situation. You can also look to see if you have any other obligations because with this situation, you can take either a long course like all of the summer session, or if you need a boot camp and you need to learn it in less than a week. So time is very important as it pertains to reskilling. For those who are new, even though I am certified project management professional, I have used workforce development and workforce training to obtain two professional certs. My most recent one was cloud computing. So I have done this before, and that's why I'm using this opportunity of Projectized to give you an example on how to reskill when you're and apply project management to that. The third thing is cost, as I mentioned in the beginning. In the middle with time management about how much money you have, um, cost. You have corporate programs that are thousands of dollars. You also have Skillshare, Udemy, LinkedIn Learning, lynda.com that is cheaper. And so cost, how much will it cost for you to transition to reskill into another area? Using my example of going from receiving online orders through Open Table, working at a restaurant, to moving to DoorDash and being in their call center. It's not a significant change between the two, but there is something that you may have to learn. You may have to learn a different type of software because the DoorDash may not use Open Table software. So that's something that you may have to ramp on. And for me, my own thing is when I knew I was doing a new assignment, a new contract, or a new job, I did look at what type of software they use and either went on Udemy or some type of online course just to better familiarize myself with it. Because even if you don't know the intricacies of it, if you ask the right questions, you could get a better answer on how you're able to do your job. So those are the three ways on how to reskill yourself using project management. And so I always thank the people who come on live. So I have two people to thank. One is on Instagram Live, slim underscore shady underscore 27, and on YouTube Live, Denise Wars, for watching me live here on Projectized. I'm here Mondays through Fridays, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, if you need help reskilling, you can get in touch with me at Carl R. Jenkins /contact. I put the link in the description so you can get in touch with me. I'd like to thank everyone for watching.